Hey guys, this is Camfrey15. I'm back at it with another video for you guys, and this is another Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai review. First things first, Merry Christmas to everybody. Hopefully you guys had a great Christmas. Hopefully you guys got the gifts you guys all wanted for Christmas and stuff like that. So yeah, as well as, hopefully you got to do things you wanted to do today that, only you can do on Christmas. Anyways, if I feel like I'm rushing this video, it's because I'm trying to catch the Clippers game because I'm a Clippers fan and their game is currently on. I just got done watching the Dragon Quest Guy episode, so I'll try to give my thoughts, from time to time. But I'm trying to kind of hurry up to see this, but I'll try not to rush as much as I want to. Anyways, another thing also too is you're definitely seeing me. If you've seen my Dragon Quest Dai reviews, obviously I'm with my co-host, the Red Wolf. Right now he's in Mexico and he doesn't have, the internet access to be able to join me on a Zoom call. And plus he's spending, obviously Christmas with his family. So I'll give him a nice little break off from doing it, and I'll take the initiative of making the video myself. Anyways, this Dragon Quest, Adventure of Dai episode was really freaking good, and man, I enjoyed it. Anyways, this Dragon Quest episode 13. So essentially, after taking the move Zapple, we see that yes, it has an effect on Hyunckel, but it doesn't affect him like crazy. Eventually, he starts freaking dishing it out with Dai, and then, well, actually, before Dai is actually supposed to use another Zapple attack, he uses the essentially Dark Puppet attack he used, or spell he used, last week, I believe, or 2 weeks ago. And, that's when he then does Bloody Scry to attack Dai, and it looks like Dai gets hit by it, and it looks like Dai's dead, and he could be freaking good or out of commission. We later see that, Dai kind of moved a bit, so, the attack didn't really take his heart out and stuff like that. So yeah, now Mom shows up out of nowhere, and essentially she tells Hyunckel that Yvonne isn't her father, or isn't his father's killer. And essentially she opens up this box and we see a seashell, which essentially is called a soul shell, which can contain messages of people, how he anticipated people who have died and moved on and stuff like that. So that's when we get a little bit of a flashback back to when Yvonne was raiding the castle. We see that when Yvonne started fighting Bartos, he spared Bartos' life because he saw the nice little necklace star thing Hyunckel made for Bartos, and he's like, since you seem like you had that made by a Cho, it seems like you're an honorable man and you're a family man. So essentially Yvonne said, I'll spare your life, just let me go fight Hadlar and stuff like that. So yeah, and then that's also when Bartos told Yvonne everything about Hyunckel and how he raised him and stuff like that. And obviously that happened. So after Yvonne defeated Hadlar comes down. One, we find out that he wasn't dead all entirely. Essentially, Vern essentially saved him and gave him a second chance at life. And essentially the thing is, Hadlar has to stay, hidden for 13 years, or he can't do nothing for 13 years. Regrow the army to make it stronger and better than it was the last time. And and then come back into those 13 years like he's doing now. The thing is, he gets pissed off at Bartos and he's like, since you let, this happen, let me die. You let Yvonne go up there and kill me, I'm gonna kill you, and you're never gonna come back when I return. So he's the guy that kills Bartos, and that's when Hyunckel realizes this and stuff like that. And you would think he would have a change of heart, but he tells Mom, like, no, I'm still gonna be me, because guess what? I'm still the Legion commander for the undead army. Stuff like that. Now, Dai also gets back up, but he seems like he's in a comatose state where he's not aware of his actions. And he's repeatedly saying, I can't beat him with magic and my sword. I can't beat him with my magic and my sword, and stuff like that. So, and actually, before I talk about that fight, the nice little, I guess, extended backstory makes more sense. Yeah, I definitely could see that Hadlar did kill Bartos because, last week when Hadlar went over there to the Undead Legion, their base, you can see that he has a disdain for Hyunckel. So it definitely now makes sense to why he feels like that. So yeah, anyways, Pop actually says that Avant told him that martial artists can keep fighting after being knocked out. And essentially, like I said, it seems like he's in a state of being where Dai just, all he's focused on is just fighting strictly and stuff like that. I wouldn't say like an Ultra Instinct way from Dragon Ball, but I would say it's something where you could say he's not really thinking as he attacks, he's just attacking. But they eventually get into a clash, and the clash was really good. This fight was really good, and the animation was pretty good, even though most of the, brawling and most of the swordplay was all CGI. It was surprisingly good CGI, because usually anime, when it comes to using CGI, doesn't really handle it the best. But here it was handled pretty nicely, and I liked it, and it was a really fast-paced fight. So, yeah, now. Then eventually what happens is Dai manages to actually, slash Hyunckel's armor, and essentially we find out that Dai is infusing his sword and a frizz spell together to be able to put damage on Hyunckel's armor. And eventually Pop comes with the idea where he tells Dai, listen, use, lightning, because he gets caught up with the same, puppet attack. And it looks like he's going to be trying to finish, or Hyunckel's trying to finish him off. And that's when he does a lightning Avant Strash, which essentially shatters all of Hyunckel's armor, and it eventually takes him down and defeats him and stuff like that. So after that, Dai starts to walk up to him, and he looks like he's about to, I guess you could say, kill him. But then Mom comes in the way and tells Dai to kind of settle down. Eventually, Dai, goes back to normal because he's like, wait, what happened? Why am I, what's going on? So essentially, after looking up at Mom, Hyunckel essentially sees the errors of his ways and sees that he was wrong. And then it looks like he's going to maybe join the group. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. And then also, like I said last week, I was definitely getting Mom x Hyunckel vibes. If anything, they definitely gave those vibes, not only last week, but definitely this week. Like, she legit had him on his head as a lap pillow. I was like, is the video title gonna be Hyunckel x Mom? And I'm like, okay, there's no way he's gotta at least join them. And then, maybe go away for a bit, but who knows? But then, yes, sadly, the other Legion commander, Blizzard, shows up, and essentially shows up and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be here to kill you and finish you off. Essentially, what he does is he fires this little fire blast into the ground, which essentially reawakens this volcano that was under, I guess, the Colosseum, and they're surrounded by magma. Eventually what happens is Hyunckel essentially, jeez, my goodness, getting too many freaking alerts. I'm gonna hurry up and try to finish the video. But essentially what he does is he grabs this rock with Dai, Mom, and Pop on top of it, and this dude, Hyunckel, is, standing in the freaking lava, man. So what he does is he throws them off to this cliff, and essentially he sacrifices his life to save those three. And he said he wishes he could be there to help these guys, but it's okay. And he sacrifices his life, and then that's when he essentially dies, and that's the end of Hyunckel as he goes on to the afterlife. Hopefully he saw his dad. Then anyways, what happens in the final scene is Blizzard essentially kind of does the bidding of Hadlar in a way. I wouldn't be shocked if Hadlar is the reason why he's like, go kill Hyunckel. But and then he goes on to say that Blizzard is looking to kill Princess Leona and finish her out. But that kind of ends off that episode. And next week, it seems like we're going to see the return of Princess Leona along with the other mages around her. So, other than that, it was an overall good episode. I really enjoyed it, and I'm going to get out of here because I want to go see my Clippers. Anyways, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Dragon Quest Adventure Guide content. Until then, guys, hopefully you guys had a great Christmas. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night. Till then, guys, peace.